Alright, let's start this video with some theory and then we will move over to VS Code for some hands-on practice. A variable is basically a container for a value. Think of it as a box with a label on it. A value could be a string, integer, float, or a boolean. These are just a few examples of what you can store in a variable. There are many more types of values you can store. There are some rules that you should keep in mind while naming a variable. Names can contain only letters, numbers, and underscores. Names cannot start with a number. Names are case sensitive. Names cannot be Python keywords like print or float. Now let's switch over to VS Code. Right click while holding shift and select open with code. If you are not familiar with what I am doing here, check out my previous video where I show you how to set up Python and VS Code in your system. Once you are set up, come back to this video. Let's create a file called variable.py. Now let's create a variable called name and assign the value Pythonship to it. We have to use quotes because it's a string. If you don't know what a string means, watch my previous video about data types. Alright, so let's try to print name. Then in your terminal run python variable.py. Hit enter. Look, it accessed the variable name and printed its value Pythonship. Python is the language and variable.py is the file name. Now what if I replace name in the print statement with name in quotes? Let's run the Python program again. You can also press upward arrow key on your keyboard to recall the last command. And it literally printed name because it's no longer a variable. As soon as I put it in quotes, it become a string. Now let's see what happens if I print name with capital N like this. As expected, it throws a name error because name with a capital N doesn't exist in our program. It is also suggesting us that if we mean name with small n. So remember, variables are case sensitive. So that's it for this video. See you in the next one.